according to most of the numbers, about half the people who are living here illegally have come here since 2001. That's to say they broke into a country that has been on code orange alert for the last 14 years. Do you know how ridiculous it makes that sound? This is moving around America now is like moving around Eastern Europe in the 1970s. You go and shuffle shoeless through these long, hellish lines at O'Hare and LAX and all these other airports. You no longer have the dignity of being a customer, the dignity of being a free-born citizen exercising his right to freedom of movement. You're treated like cattle. But amazingly, this super code orange system has admitted millions and millions of people who manage to just stroll into a country on code orange alert. And that is the problem with the Republican Party today. It's become the party of nothing can be done. The party of nothing can be done. The council of despair. The party that says, okay, terrorists tried to kill everybody on 9/11, so you have to shuffle shoeless like a herd of cattle through an airport till the end of time. Your grandmother in the wheelchair has to lift up her shirt and show her colostomy bag to the TSA until the end of time. Your grandfather, who got blown up serving his country in a war and has a leg brace, he has to be degraded and show that to officialdom at the airport until the end of time. But millions and millions of people can just walk into the self-same country. And we're supposed to accept that nothing can be done. The Republican Party has become the party of nothing can be done. Here's a typical story from Politico. Here we go again. I don't even have to read this. I can pull the one. Here's one I made earlier, and I can reach down and pull out of the oven the government shutdown story from 2 years ago, or whatever it was. House GOP leaders desperate to avoid shutdown. This is Politico. We've all seen this conspiracy thriller before. An explosive confrontation. Fireballs over Washington. An explosive confrontation brewing between the House Republican leadership and conservatives over Planned Parenthood is threatening to shut down the government for the second time in 3 years. And House GOP leaders have yet to settle on a strategy to avert it. Now, do you get where we're going here? It's not the dead. If it was a thriller, the dead baby heads being mailed around the country would be at issue. But now here it's the federal funding for the baby heads. That's not the issue. The issue is that how John Boehner can neutralize the crazy right-wing Republicans who don't like the idea of taxpayer dollars going toward funding Planned Parenthood, because he doesn't want to pass a bill that defunds Planned Parenthood because it doesn't stand any chance in the Senate, and it would, even if it did pass in the Senate, it would be vetoed by the president. But if this House bill were to go through, then funding would run dry on September the 30th, and we would have a government shutdown. And as usual in a government shutdown, 88% of the government carries on as usual, and the 12% of so-called non-essential workers who are at home get, when the government shutdown ends, they get all the back pay they were due for just sitting around at home all day. So nothing matters. The only people who have to work harder during a government shutdown are the media, who have to find all those stories about, 27-year-old heroin addict Fred Schlub wanted to buy a new house. He had no money, he has no work, and he has a $600 a week heroin habit. But under the federal heroin addict outreach affordable housing program, he would have been eligible for a federal housing loan. But that department has happened to be closed because of the Republican-imposed shutdown over Planned Parenthood.